Dragon Month here on ETN, we're going to do another video. This one, the top 10 good dragons. Okay guys, welcome back. So there have been a lot of dragons in entertainment, whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, and this top 10 list was pretty tough to come up with, but nonetheless, I dropped it to the top 10 good dragons. These are good dragons, not bad dragons, only dragons who have been represented in a very noble or good manner. And none of these dragons are from books, so if there's a dragon on this list that was from a book that you thought should have been here, no books are taken into account here because chances are I have not read that book. This list is consistent of video game dragons, TV, and movie, and we're going to get started with number 10. So at number 10, we have Elliot the Dragon. Yes, Elliot the Dragon, the big old cute snuffleupagus looking dragon. And look, this dragon was Pete's dragon, for those of you who have seen this movie. And it's very, look, completely good dragon. Very goofy. It's a very popular movie back in the 70s. And it's still to this day, I mean, if you've never even seen the movie, you know who Pete's dragon is, you know who Elliot the Dragon is. It's not as out there as it used to be. Like when I was growing up, even during the 90s, this is a movie that was still shown on TV, and a very cute dragon. It's about as good as you can get when it comes to a dragon. So, at number 9, we have Spyro the Dragon. Yes, Spyro the video game dragon. Fairly popular game from back in the day with this little cute but very aggressive and very ill-mannered dragon. And it was a very popular game. A lot of people like this game from back in the days. This little dragon running around doing its thing. And he is number 9 on the list for top 10 good dragons. Okay, at number 8, we have the powerful, the pleasurable, the indestructible Mushu from Mulan. Yes, Mushu, always well-intended, always making mistakes, but nonetheless, at the end of the day, did what he had to do to help Mulan get through what she was going through in terms of disguising herself as a man, to be in the military, to save her father's life. And even though she got caught, she still ended up making it through, helping them and saving the emperor. And Mushu was eventually respected by the elders, and a very good tale. And it'll be interesting actually to see how Mushu turns out in the live adaptation of Mulan that's supposed to be coming out in a couple of years. But yes, Mushu at number 8. Number 7, from the universe of Pokemon, Charizard. Yes, Charizard, another very, very popular dragon. Especially around the time Pokemon first came out here in the States. I remember my younger sister used to collect the cards. I started collecting the cards with her, and Charizard, especially the foil card, was very, very popular. It was very highly sought, very valuable at the time. And this is obviously the third evolution of a Char and then a Charmander. And obviously in the cartoons, a very, very aggressive dragon when he reached the Charizard form, but very, very popular at the time, and that's why he is number 7 on this list. At number 6, we're gonna go back into the 80s. Valcor from the Never-Ending Story. Yes, Valcor from the Never-Ending Story, the flying dragon without wings. In fact, when I was a kid, I used to think it was his ears that made him fly. And even though he had that one creepy line in the movie where he said, "I love playing with kids," or something along those lines, he was indeed a very good dragon. He helped Atreyu on his quest, and he was considered a luck dragon. Not too sure if that's true or not, but was very popular during that time when that movie came out. Valcor, the luck dragon from Never-Ending Story. At number 5, another very popular dragon from a game, Bahamut. Yes, Bahamut from the Final Fantasy series. A very, very powerful, very aggressive, and popular dragon. First time I ever got to see Bahamut was in Final Fantasy II, the American version, which I believe is Final Fantasy IV. And you have to go to the moon and you fight him, and you have a timer, and if you don't beat him within that timer, he basically blows your party away. But outside of that, he is a good dragon. He's not bad. He really is. Unless you see Advent Children, where the Final Fantasy VII people have to fight him because he's taking control. His materia is taken control by the bad guys. But outside of that, he's always been portrayed as a very helpful, whether you want to call it a summon or an esper, but very tough to control. Very tough to control, but for the most part, always helping your party when you summon him and he blasts away the enemies. So yes, Bahamut at number 5. At number 4, and we spoke about this dragon a couple of weeks ago when we reviewed Eragon, Saphira. Yes, Saphira from Eragon, a very noble, young, and very strong dragon, very brave this dragon is. Did not talk Eragon out of too much in terms of engaging enemies, was very on par with him, but it would have been interesting to see her growth throughout the series. I have not read the books, I've heard a lot of great things about the books. Obviously the movie was not that great, but had they made a trilogy out of it and they improved production, it would have been incredible to see Saphira grow going forward. Hopefully one day when I'm not so busy, I can sit down and read these books so I can experience it for myself. But nonetheless, as far as the character herself and what I saw on screen, and then of course voiced by Rachel Weisz, made it a very intriguing dragon. I thought she was beautifully designed, and that's why she's number 4, and a very noble dragon at that. And at number 3, now this dragon was not as involved in certain activities as some of our other dragons on the list, but nonetheless did not have any shortage of power, as he could grant wishes, and that is Shenron from Dragon Ball Z. Yes, Shenron from Dragon Ball Z. If you gather the 7 Dragon Balls and bring them to Shenron and summon him, you will get any wish you get. For the most part, any wish you want, I should say. For the most part, within reason. You know, you can bring one person back to life, but you can only ever do it once. And Shenron obviously has been throughout the whole Dragon Ball series and is displayed the kind of power he has. And he's never been involved in anything more than just being summoned, but he is a staple for Dragon Ball Z. He's very popular. Many people know him, and that's why he's number 3 on this list. At number 2, we have Dragon from Game of Thrones. Now, many people will say, well, I don't know if he's necessarily good. Well, so far he has displayed goodness. He did save Daenerys Targaryen, Tyrion Lannister, and a number of other people in the fighting pits in Meereen just recently this past season. And for the most part has always been, even while he's displayed aggression towards Khaleesi, or rather Daenerys Targaryen, he's always been by her side and he's always helped her. And when he's in a calm state, he's been very responsive to her. I think he has a good heart. He's just an aggressive, badass, don't fuck with me kind of dragon. And that's why he's number 2 on this list. And finally, at number 1, yes, number 1, a very noble dragon, a very brave dragon, a very intellectual dragon, and that is Draco from Dragonheart. Yes, any dragon who can put aside differences to work with somebody who was once trying to kill him is very noble and very intelligent. And Draco, at the time this movie came out, I remember seeing it, and the visuals of the dragon were just astounding at that time. And while it's a little bit dated, I can still look back on the movie and appreciate the visuals on that. And then what could top it off other than Sean Connery with his very distinct voice and dialect, voicing Draco for the movie. It was a very good movie, a very nice dragon, and a very big sacrifice at the end of that movie. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you. But Draco from Dragonheart tops the list of good dragons. So, what did you think about this list? Are there any good dragons that you think that I should have put on the list that didn't make it? Or is there any way you would have rearranged this list had you done it? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, this is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.
Hey guys, this is Rob, this is ETN. It is still Dragon Month here on ETN. We're going to do another video. This one, the top 10 good dragons. Okay guys, welcome back. So there have been a lot of dragons in entertainment, whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, and this top 10 list was pretty tough to come up with, but nonetheless, I dropped it to the top 10 good dragons. These are good dragons, not bad dragons, only dragons who have been represented in a very noble or good manner. And none of these dragons are from books, so if there's a dragon on this list that was from a book that you thought should have been here, no books are taken into account here because chances are I have not read that book. This list is consistent of video game dragons, TV, and movie, and we're going to get started with number 10. So at number 10, we have Elliot the Dragon. Yes, Elliot the Dragon, the big old cute Snuffleupagus looking dragon. And look, this dragon was Pete's dragon, for those of you who have seen this movie, and it's very